Hello, all you pro wrestling marks and proud. Welcome to Calling Spots with Bryan Kelly. I'm Bryan Kelly, and welcome to the first edition of the Ring of Honor recaps that we're going to start doing. Ring of Honor is a wonderful company that's been around for quite a while, 15 years, I believe. I might be wrong on that number. Don't fucking fuck with me. But anyways, they've been around for a while. They've had some great talent come through their ranks into the WWE. I'm sure you know a lot of their names. If you're watching this, then you kind of know what Ring of Honor is. But it airs Sundays on various stations depending on your cable provider. You can try and find it. It's hard to find, so I usually wait for the Fight app, and that's spelled F-I-T-E. And on there, it's on Mondays at 7 is when you can watch it. So that's why it takes me, an extra day to get these out. But anyways, we're coming from Nashville, Ring of Honor is, and man, it was a packed house. I noticed as soon as the cameras kind of scanned over the audience, man, it was a packed out house. The production with Ring of Honor is really looking wonderful lately. So I'm glad that, a lot of new eyeballs, a lot of new people buying merchandise, having the Bucks and Cody and these guys in there are really helping them grow their product, and I couldn't be more happy for them. So we start off the show with a clip from 2 weeks ago where Matt Taven comes out and interrupts Cody right after Cody had lost the world championship to Dalton Castle. And he says, blah 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 blah, you're nothing but a little blonde bitch now. Insults him, basically. Low blow. Cody lays on the ground. And then that opens the show. We're just like, this is what happened 2 weeks ago. Matt Taven, Cody, which is obviously going to be the main event for tonight. They have the titles come up, which they have new pictures. Like they have Dalton Castle winning the championship as like the last still across the, theme at the beginning. But that music is still the same and the colors and stuff are still the same. They have to change that. That's just my opinion. People might like it, but man, it just breathes late 80s, early 90s wrestling to me. That and I don't know, maybe it's just they're being different because all of the other promotions, it's usually like metal. So maybe they're just trying to be different and be a throwback. But that music and title treatment bothers me. But the new picks look really cool. They have Punishment in there and a lot of the new guys, which I like a lot. You've got Colt Cabana and Ian Riccaboni on commentary. Ian Riccaboni is fantastic on commentary. It took me a little while to warm up to him, but now he never misses anything. He's always on. When you watch WWE, and I don't think they ADR a lot of that commentary on Ring of Honor. I think it's pretty much live. So you can say live television, Michael Cole, and he's been doing it for so long. But man, there are so many things that he misses and so many things that happen in the ring where they'll be talking about something else or making a joke or finishing a thought about something, and they'll miss a big spot. And like I said, I know it's an incredibly hard job. I couldn't do it. I don't have the temperament. I don't have the intelligence or the, improv know-how. So I am not bagging on those guys. Those guys do a fantastic job. But Ian Riccaboni does a really great job on commentary. When you watch Ring of Honor next time, really give him a listen. He's really good. Colt's getting better too. Colt, I'm still not completely sold on, but he's doing better. He says some things sometimes where I'm like, what? But anyways, so that leads into Chucky T and Trent making their entrance into the ring as the best friends. They have these cool new yellow shirts that are really awesome that I'll probably buy. And they're going to take on the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, which then they make their entrance. And the referee is Paul Turner. And this is a really great match. These two teams are two of the best in the world. Seriously, I would put best friends up against anybody in NXT, anybody in WWE, and the same thing with Motor City Machine Guns. They're just fantastic tag teams, and I really enjoy watching them work. Sabin tries to hug Chucky at the beginning of the match, and Chucky's like, no, that's for him. And so then he goes over and he tags Alex, and Alex hugs him to make him feel better. Really good stuff from both teams. I really enjoyed this match. Then there was a dive. Let's see. The Briscoes came out after the Best Friends were on the ramp. They were walking backwards on the ramp because Chucky T did a dive off of the out of the ring onto the ramp. So as he, dives, he hits and he stands up, and does his yeah. So him and Trenton and Chucky are starting to back up on the ramp, and then the Briscoes come out and jump them, and then they jump the Motor City Machine Guns. Ref calls for the bell. They beat up the Machine Guns bad and zip tie Alex Shelley to the ring ropes and watch so that he can watch them beat the shit out of Chris Sabin, which was pretty funny because Chris Sabin bugs me a little bit, even though I love his work. He just bugs me for some stupid reason. Yeah, they put that driller that they do, their finisher, on Chris Sabin through a chair. So while Alex Shelley was tied to the ropes, zip tied to the ropes, and had to watch. It was pretty cool. So I guess that's setting up a feud for those guys. Beer City and Bryan Malonis did a backstage promo, said starting next week we're bouncing people right out of the bar. I don't know why they would use a phrase like the bar with the thing going on in the WWE, but I like Beer City. I like Silas Young, and I haven't really seen a lot from Bryan Malonis, but I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with those two guys. Silas has a full beard and didn't say much. He just said I'll be there with you, boys. I mean, literally one line. And then that was it. That was the promo. And then we have a Punishment Martinez video package where it's sliced in. It's a little Aleister Black, and I don't mean to, say that because I don't want to do that, but it's a little Aleister Black because it's got him hanging out with voodoo stuff and, all these creepy images as he's talking about when I grew up, I got my name Punishment on the streets. I earned it, and I love hurting people and blah, 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 blah. And he says he talks about all the people he's beaten up. I've beaten up Jay White, and I've beaten up Jay Lethal, and I've beaten up this person. And he calls out Dalton Castle. It says, Dalton Castle, I'm going to take your world championship, blah, blah, blah. I like Punishment Martinez a lot. I think he needs a little bit more in-ring whatever experience. I don't know what to call it, but you can see it's there. His character work is great. He sells pretty good. I like him. I like him a lot. I hope that they run with this thing and make him the champion here in the next year or so that they can have a nice heel champion. They haven't had a heel champion in a while that I can think of. Well, Cody, but Cody's not really a heel. I mean, let's be honest. He's really not. Everybody loves him. That's what happened with Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels won the title, and people loved him and thought it was the greatest thing in the world. And then his title defense against Cody, people booed him out of the building because he wasn't wearing the right t-shirt, I guess. But that's another video for another time. So yeah, good stuff from Punishment Martinez. I like him a lot. He's pretty cool. Then we get Shane Taylor coming out to the ring and Marty Scurll, the villain, coming out to the ring. I like Shane Taylor too. I'm glad that he's losing weight so that he can move around more and be a little more agile. He's probably still got, honestly, another 100 pounds to go before, but the talent's there and the heart's there and the drive's there. I like what he does on the mic. The backstage, the few backstage things that I've seen, he seems pretty good, pretty comfortable. I like him a lot. And Marty's just Marty. Marty's awesome. Marty is wrestling a villain style of a heel style of wrestling that is a complete throwback, and it's really great all the way up to the end of this match. The hard spots of Marty being thrown into the barricade by Shane Taylor were awesome. That shit looks like it hurts, especially because you're used to watching WWE, and you can tell those are padding. If you've ever been to a WWE event, you can feel it if you are lucky enough to get those seats, that those are padding. But those at Ring of Honor are not padding. And when they get thrown into that and it makes that noise, that loud crash, man, that looks like it fucking hurts. It looks like it hurts. I really like Marty Scurll. I never thought Marty Scurll needed the Bullet Club or should have been in the Bullet Club. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing he's there now, but I just always thought he would be okay on his own. There's none of those guys, those huge indie guys that aren't in the Bullet Club. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think of any. Like, all of them are in. When you talk to indie people or indie fans who like WWE at the same time, and you go, hey man, who from the indies would you like to see in the WWE? It's always the Bullet Club guys. Kenny, Bucks, Marty. It's always those guys. So there's no real indie guy like that who's on his own and who has just made it on his own and a name on his own. And Marty was on his way to doing that, I felt. And then he joined the Bullet Club, and, you know, his rocket still shot up. And I'm not saying he shouldn't have done it or anything like that. I'm just my opinion. I would have liked to seen Marty been the one independent wrestler who went, I did this based on me and not based on my association with a group or a t-shirt design. That's just my opinion, but I really like Marty. Marty actually brainbustered Shane Taylor, picked up that big dude and brainbustered him. I don't know how the hell he did that. And then the ending of the match, the finish was Marty went to grab his umbrella, and Shane caught him and picked up the umbrella and was like, you want to use an umbrella on me? And then the referee, who did I say the referee was? I didn't get it. I think I couldn't find his name. But anyway, the referee grabs the umbrella and is holding on to it with Shane going, no, you can't do this. And while he's distracted, Marty reaches under the ring again. Classic heel wrestler. Reaches under the ring and grabs a baggie, pulls it out, and has a handful of like baby powder, talc powder, whatever. And as Shane Taylor turns around, he just blasts it right in his face. And the ref has no idea why the ring is now covered in fucking talcum powder and why there's fucking smoke like a Kiss concert all around. He just goes down and pins him for the pin. I think, let's see. Oh, yeah, it was a roll-up. That's how he did it. He blinds him with the thing, and then he just rolls him up into a package. And the ref falls on the ground, and boom. As he's counting the 3, there's powder flying off of his hands, and he's not going, wait. But it was a good match. Shane Taylor's doing good. He's coming along. I really like him. I wish him the best. And Marty, as always, is phenomenal. Marty does an in-ring promo where he calls out Punishment. But we just had a segment where Punishment was calling out Dalton. So that's connected. So remember that. So he calls out Punishment, and Punishment comes out to no music, like kind of through the crowd almost. And he says, you have a match against Dalton Castle next week, and I think you're going to win and be the next world champion of Ring of Honor. But here's what I want. If you beat him next week, I want the first shot at the title. And Punishment just nods. So, I don't think they're going to give it to Punishment next week. But, who knows? So, he nods like this. And Marty's like, all right. Okay. And he goes to turn around. Punishment grabs him. South of Heaven chokeslam, or whatever it's called. A Slayer chokeslam. Because the guy looks like Tom Araya. So, everything with him has to do with Slayer, apparently. And then we cut to Bully Ray's retirement package from 2 weeks ago or last week, where Jay Lethal comes out and says, thank you from all of us. And he goes, I should have left my boots in this ring because Philly's where I was born as a wrestler. And then he showed up on Raw 25. I'm just saying, I love Bully, and I would have taken the money too. I'm not blaming him, but I'm just saying it was kind of weird seeing a week ago him in his Dudley outfit with Devon doing that shit, and then this week them replaying a retirement package. I would have waited a week maybe, but that's why I don't run a wrestling company. Anyways, We get a promo stating that the Women of Honor Championship tournament begins next week, which means we're finally going to get women on Ring of Honor programming on a regular basis. That would be amazing. Instead of these one-off shows where it's just an hour of women's wrestling and then you don't see them for 6 months, or you have to log on to YouTube and watch it all on there. It would be great to every week have at least one women's match and have some of the women storylines developing. That would be fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to that. We get a package of Coast to Coast beating War Machine because I think they're taking on the Kingdom next week. So they wanted to, kind of hype them up going, hey man, look at these guys who beat these big bad dudes who are headed to WWE in their last match. So, and then the Kingdom come out. The Kingdom is a fantastic faction or stable. I think stable is 3 people. Faction is 4 or more. It goes faction is 4 or more. Stable is 3. Tag team, single, Roman Reigns for most people. Not for me. I love Roman Reigns, obviously. So the Kingdom come out. Matt Taven's doing great work on the mic. He's doing great work in the ring. I love their whole vibe. I think they're really, really cool. I like those guys a lot. They might be my favorite team in Ring of Honor. And yes, that does include the Young Bucks. And then we get Cody coming out looking like Flash Gordon in his red cape. I don't know why the capes are getting shorter, but they are. I liked the big long cape at Wrestle Kingdom. That was dope looking with the hood and everything. The cloak, that was almost like a cloak. Now he's wearing like Austin Aries little half capes, and it looked a little weird. But I love Cody, and I wish him all the best. And I think he's a really talented guy who has a good mind for wrestling and a great mind for character work. And yeah, some of the things that he said in the past I don't agree with, but a lot of the things he said in the past I do agree with. He just said something fantastic about Vince McMahon on Twitter. You can go check it out for yourself, but he basically said Vince doesn't hold anybody down. That sometimes guys just have a hard time making the adjustment, or they get lazy, and referenced himself as, that's why I didn't do much with Goldust, is because I got kind of lazy. That's not the exact quote. Go check it out. Cody Rhodes on Twitter or anywhere. You'll find it. So Cody comes out, the Kingdom come out, and we get Matt Taven versus Cody Rhodes. Todd Phillips is your referee. God bless Todd Phillips. The Kingdom keep getting involved during this match. The guys on the outside, Vinny and CJ O'Reilly. I can't remember the first 2 letters. Is it CJ O'Reilly? I think it is. And they keep slamming Cody into the barricades and kicking him when the ref's back's turned. Classic heel faction stuff, man. Really great. Matt Taven is a great wrestler, and that guy's going to be in NXT within a year. His contract's coming up in August, I think. And I think he'll go to WWE because he's very talented and exactly what they are looking for in NXT. So the Kingdom try and help Matt, and Todd sees them. God bless Todd Phillips, and goes, "Get out! That's enough. I can't take it anymore. I'm sick of you guys getting involved. Get." During this time, as Todd's trying to, shoo those guys out of the ring, Matt Taven walks over and he grabs his, that shaman's walking stick or whatever it is that he has, and he tries to hit Cody with it. Cody ducks underneath it, low blows Matt Taven. Call back to the from 2 weeks ago where Matt Taven low blowed Cody. Rolls up Taven for the win. Ref Todd Phillips doesn't see a thing. It's genius. So after the match, the Kingdom, who were halfway to the back at this point, come running back out to the ring and just destroy Cody. Just beat the crap out of him. Taven jumps out of the ring and grabs Cody's championship Ring of Honor ring that he wears, even though he's not the world champion anymore. And he puts it on and makes an unconscious Cody kiss the ring, which is cool. I hope they do Cody versus Taven for the ring. That would be dope. That way you kind of have 2 titles. It'd be awesome. And that was the end of the show. It was a really good show. Not a lot of matches, like 3 matches, I think. But they were long matches, which was really cool. Not a lot of promos either. Just one backstage segment from Beer City and Bryan Malonis. But everything else was done in the ring and cutaways. So that was Ring of Honor episode 333. I really wish Ring of Honor would get a better TV deal. I hate their TV deal. They need to be live for 1 hour a week from some location they call the Ring of Honor Auditorium or something like that, and get on a major cable network or something to really push them over, because I think they make great stuff over there and I'd love to see them do more. And yeah, really great stuff from Ring of Honor. So that was Ring of Honor 333. Thank you for watching Calling Spots with Bryan Kelly. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Calling Spots Pod. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Calling Spots Podcast. And if you want to check us out on Facebook, it's Calling Spots Podcast as well. I am Bryan Kelly. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow or later today, actually. I think I've already uploaded it. I'm not sure. But Raw's coming up. My rundown of Raw. We'll see you guys then. Take care. Peace.